up, family? Welcome back to Yeah, I Said It, the podcast for all things sports. And today, we talking the NCAA tournament. Which one of these Cinderellas do we think that possibly can at least go to the Final Four? We're also going to be talking about number one and the number two overall picks. Since the Bears have traded it, who's going to go number one? The Panthers got it. Sean going to take number one. Darius going to take number two. And finally, is really the question that we all want to get to. Who would have had the better career if they did not get hurt? Grant Hill, Brandon Roy, Penny Hardaway, or Derrick Rose? Choices. Next on Yeah, I Said It Sports. Subscribe, y'all. Please subscribe. Throw down in the comments who you got. What up, family? Welcome back to Yeah, I Said It, the podcast for all things sports, the podcast for the fans and by us, the fans. I am your co-host, Chris. I got the entire crew with me today. I got Brianna, Darius, Blair, and Sean. What up, y'all?
What's up?
What's good?
Y'all been enjoying sports like I have? Have y'all been enjoying this tournament? So the NCAA tournament kicked off Thursday. I completely forgot how. I don't know. I was just playing. My PlayStation was like, something's happening today. I don't know what it is. Now I just turned on the TV. It was like, it's the damn tournament. So started to enjoy some of the games. And the Sweet 16 is set. I just wanted to ask y'all. Have y'all been, one, enjoying the games? And two, do you have any one of these Cinderella teams? Because it seems like everybody getting beat. Everybody evened out. So, do you got anybody going to the Final Four out of these Cinderella teams? Who you got, Darius? Do you got anybody special?
Special? No.
Any special enough to make it?
I'm gonna be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. My original pick was Kansas to win it all. And like a lot of teams, I feel like in the tournament this year, they blew it in the big moment, dog. It hasn't been a lot of upsets where it's like, oh, this Cinderella is smacking this team. A lot of these games have been close. Even the ones where the higher seed is winning. A lot of them have been real close. I don't think no Cinderella is going to win it, man. I got to ride with who I had as my dark horse. And that's UCLA. That was another team that I was like, man, I feel like they had a good chance. Not a big believer in Houston. Still, I mean, I know they've been hovering around number one all year, rightfully so, but I don't know, man. Something don't feel right about Houston. Who else is left? FAU. It was a good run. You got the luck of the draw. If that other team smacking the number one seed, so I feel like they had a good run, but that is over. Yeah, that's really it, man. I'm feeling UCLA. It was somebody else I said might have a good chance.
Well,
it was another higher seed team.
I don't know. Sean, who did you have, man? Who you got? You got anybody that was catching your eyeballs before the tournament and now?
I'm going to go with my hometown boys, Xavier, man. I like Xavier and Kobe Jones, man. That kid. As far as a Cinderella pick to make the Final Four. Now, I ain't saying they're going to win it. I'm just going for a Cinderella pick to make the Final Four to make things interesting. Far as winning it, I don't know. I think it's up for grabs, man, with the new NIL deals and the transfer portal. It's
Right, the
like guys
difference.
anywhere, like old buddy, what's his name? Keontae, whatever, that went from Florida to Kansas State.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Guys can go wherever they want to go, just like how they do with football. So it's up in the air. I think Kansas was a powerhouse to run it back to back. I do like Jalen Wilson. Um, so shit, I couldn't even be a bet man this year. It's like the flip of a coin, bro. So
Mm-hmm.
the X Men.
Yeah,
Oh,
I feel you there. I see the team that I had winning it all. I was trying to think outside the box. I had Duke, and they got bounced. So
Definitely be getting bounced this year.
yeah, they definitely got bounced. So yeah, I'm not. As far as like the teams that I have for like about to go to the Final Four, I actually got Princeton. I think Princeton can possibly go to the Final Four, man. I like how they playing, man. They
You got
playing
the
some good
Ivy
basketball.
League,
I
man.
got the Ivy League Princeton boys possibly going to the Final Four. I think they can go to the Final Four. I think they
oh,
there. They play some good basketball, man. I like how they play.
We're about to get smacked this weekend.
Hey, man, it's definitely possible. It's definitely possible. We gonna see, man. We gonna see. But yeah, I had Duke in there, and so just my bracket is ass cheeks right now. So
Bruh, there was
Like most people
zero out of 20 million
held
brackets
up over
remaining,
the
bruh.
weekend.
And that was after the round of 32. That was like in that round. Like most people brackets were fucked after the first day. Princeton winning, Purdue going down.
cheap.
So it was crazy. I remember who my other team is, but I'm gonna let them go just in case they had that team.
Brianna, who'd you have?
Of course, for the ladies, I got South Carolina. They're doing something special.
Easy. We ain't even got to talk about that, bro.
Yes,
USC
they are doing
by
something
30,
special
by
out
30.
there. And for the guys, I got Texas winning it all.
Ooh.
Nice pick. I like
Did you
that.
have a Cinderella team?
Ball.
I did not. No. In my Final Four, I had Alabama,
Cinderella's cuz.
Texas, Purdue, and Kansas. So I fucked up with that. Fucked up.
Yeah.
Blair, who'd you have, man?
So I always pick either Michigan or Michigan State, preferably Michigan. But I pick Michigan State on occasion because of things from being from Flint and such. So that's all. Michigan State is still in it, and that's all I got because nobody thought Princeton was beating them dudes on. So that immediately busted everybody's bracket. But it was 658 after the first day out of 20 million. And now it's zero. Like nobody picked.
Went to zero the next day, bro.
Even the craziest pickers, like nobody picked how crazy that was going to be. Like people pick some wild things. Nobody thought that was happening.
Nobody from Princeton had Princeton winning in the first round. So since nobody said it, the other team that I said, because it's a mixed up year,
Fairleigh Dickinson.
I feel like Gonzaga could sneak in there and get them one.
They always fall short for the same reason, but it's possible.
I think that if they going
to like this is the year that he can slide in there.
Year.
Yeah, there's no clear cut team in basketball.
I'm tell you right now, watching Drew Timme in that round of 32, man, my boy was going off in that game, bro. Took off on them boys. He another one of them dudes. I feel like I done been watching Drew Timme for like 6 years, but he only 22. So I'm gonna give him a pass for right now. You come back next year, I'll be like, all right, goddamn.
Hey, he got one more, bro. Everybody got one more because of COVID, cuz. Yeah, everybody picked the extra year up somewhere in there.
But I feel like, it's still gonna be like one of them names that we coincide with basketball. So that's why I got like UCLA.
Always like Michigan State, bro,
Possibly.
for the hometown thing.
Yeah, I like the Texas pick. Right, Brianna, that's a good pick. Like nobody got faith in Houston. Nobody.
I like Houston. I really do like Houston. I like Houston at least make it to the Elite Eight.
I'm going with Bama for the championship. Fuck it.
That's fair.
Hello,
like nobody talking about Bama.
They trying to
get good.
We're gonna find out.
Well, we definitely gonna find out. I mean, the tournament is very exciting. My girls, my Buckeyes, my girls. I'm gonna still ride with y'all, baby. I'm still ride with y'all.
30.
I'm gonna still ride with my dogs. They gonna be able to do that thing.
R.I.P. to whoever
going up against them.
Well, I'm trying to tell you, man. Did you not see what they did to the SEC Defensive Player of the Year? She got like 21 double. Started the fourth quarter. The girl had 2 points.
That's great. That was her. She don't play for the Buckeyes.
Bro, this is the first time.
We don't know who do.
They said this is the first time that two number ones went out in girls hoops since '97.
Yeah. Indiana blew it, man. They was up by 7.
Yeah. That was sad. It was sad. It was hard to watch.
Man.
I could see it on the coach's face the whole time. She was like, we about to lose this game.
Them cheeks getting tight.
Listen. But I do gotta say, I don't remember the girl's name, Darius, but the freshman girl for Indiana, ice in her motherfucking veins.
I try to tell you, she hit the 3 to tie it the first time.
Bruh.
Then they went back to the black girl first off.
Don't do it like that. Don't do it like that. Not right now, man.
Played her heart out the whole game. But this is the worst left-handed layup attempt I have ever seen. And I can't do no left-hand layup. But if you on college basketball court, I'm going to assume that it's going to roll off the rim or something. It looked like from her gather. Oh, this shit about to be off. Man, that junk hit off the backboard so hard. I was like, oh my God.
She was like...
Then the girl from Miami hit the shot. Man, it's like 4 seconds left. They pass it back to the girl. Steal, game over.
She was the only one open, man. She was the only one open.
I wouldn't even gave it to her. I would have heaved that bitch from the other side of the court. Yeah.
Hey, it was a great game, man.
It was a good game. It was a good game.
When the freshman girl hit the shot, the step back 3. Hell no! This girl, hey, she gonna be something tough next year. That's all I'm gonna say. She gonna get that confidence.
But USC to beat her by 30.
Hey, she ain't balling just yet, but she got something to her. But we gonna move on. We gotta talk about the NFL draft, guys. Last time, if you've been following us in our series of covering the draft, I had the number 1 pick because I was the GM of the Chicago Bears. Okay, and I said that as Ryan Pose, will be trading the number 1 pick. Just so happened, a few days after we did that, the Bears traded the number 1 pick. I would like to clap it up for the Chicago Bears. Clap it up for them because they listened and watched the show and was like, you know what?
Listen, and they watched the show.
Chicago Bears was looking at our channel and they decided that they wanted to listen to us. And thank God they listened to us. So we're going to go over and select the top 2 players for our draft. And the number 1 pick belongs now to the Carolina Panthers. Okay, because the Chicago Bears traded the pick to the Carolina Panthers, and they said that they don't know what they're doing right now. They have not selected who they want to pick. So therefore, Sean is now the GM of the Carolina Panthers, and he is now on the clock. what they're currently saying they're of need for the Carolina Panthers is basically an entire offense. So you need a quarterback, a running back, a wide receiver, a tight end, and we know they need offensive linemen. So their defense is pretty good. But Sean, you have the number 1 pick in the draft. Where are you going? Are you going to start it with a quarterback, running back? Because you gave up a lot to get up there. I'm glad you called me. I picked up. I said, yeah, we can do the trade. So you are now on the clock. The Carolina Panthers. Sean, what are you doing with the number 1 overall pick?
All right. In real life, though, if I had a choice to be a GM, it wouldn't be these guys.
Of course.
All right.
This dude.
So with everything they done did, you know what I'm saying, as far as the trade up, you gotta go with not just a popular opinion, but you gotta go get you a quarterback. Now, out of these quarterbacks, who you gonna get? Do you want to win games? I believe the pick that I'm gonna pick will do both of those. He will sell tickets and win games, but they will have to build around him the same they would do with like Lamar. With this pick, I gotta go with my guy CJ from the Ohio State University, and the reason why I picked that pick because right now he's in the NFC South, and it's like really up for grabs. If they just get him some key weapons within the next year or two, and they might even squeeze in there this year with 7 games to win. It's very possible. I think they could do some damage, but they do need a running back. They traded their wide receiver to the Chicago Bears. So I do believe they do need to get a wide receiver probably in the next round. And then just straight protect this man. But I pick him over Young because he got a bigger body. Young, I think, will get a little bit more mobile and get stung a few times. So that's the only reason why I picked CJ. Not to say I love his accuracy. I love his size. He's a very popular pick. I would say it's a safe pick. And you can build a good team around him as far as he can play the West Coast offense. He's very versatile. I don't know what Chris doing, but okie dokie. But yeah, we're gonna be in and out. We're gonna pick CJ and start looking on the board for our next pick. And hopefully we get back or a wide receiver. That's it.
Showing something, stats and such.
Well, I was just doing just showing the people who CJ Stroud is. He is the quarterback of the Ohio State University.
That's why you showed him.
And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. And I disagree. I disagree with the pick, but hey, it is what it is. I wouldn't pick CJ Stroud first. Me personally, just talk about me. If I'm the GM of the Carolina Panthers, I mean, I'm not picking CJ Stroud. I'm going to be picking Bryce Young. I'm picking Bryce Young because I feel he's the better player right now. I'll tell you how. He's a Heisman Trophy winner. He is hold on, let me finish. He's a more willing runner. He's pinpoint accurate. Accurate, just like CJ.
When does that really matter being a good running back as a quarterback?
It means a lot. What you mean? I ain't say being a good running back. So what you saying? We all know that young man can slang that thing just like CJ can. Because he was throwing the ball. Let's keep it real. He was throwing the ball to receivers that he ain't top flight this year.
I do feel like CJ Stroud is agile enough to where if he needs to run, he will, but he moves to throw, which I feel like is an advantage in his direction.
Exactly.
I feel you, but I don't feel like that. Bryce Young does not do that. The only thing I don't like about Bryce is that he's a small guy. That is the only thing I can say.
Which means every time he runs, it's going to be for his life.
Correct. And I understand. Now I understand the pick, but me personally,
ask what that boy name is in Arizona that be playing Call of Duty.
Kyler Murray.
Kyler Murray.
Ask Kyler Murray. Hey, ask him what it feel like.
I agree there. I agree there. Now that's the only knock that I have at him. I'm just saying right now I feel like he's the better player. But long term, I agree with you, Sean. Long term, I agree with you because he's the bigger player. He's just as accurate. He can move. I'm not saying that he can't move, but I personally would take the other quarterback right now. That's just me. But hey, it is what it is. Anybody else disagree with his pick? Nobody else has disagreed. So, with the first pick in the I Said It draft of 2023, the Carolina Panthers and Sean selects C.J. Stroud. So, with the number 2 overall pick, we have Darius on the clock for the Texans. So, Darius,
let me consult with my team real quick.
Darius is on the clock.
So, if we are going off of this, if I got to go off of what Sean just did,
go with Young.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go with Bryce Young.
Yes, sir.
First, I have 3 picks in the first 33 picks. I'm definitely locking up quarterbacks. So if we're going in Sean's draft, in this draft right here, I'm definitely taking Bryce Young if they took C.J. Stroud. In real life, I think that the Panthers are going to take Bryce Young. So I would say that the Texans need to take C.J. Stroud, which I would take anyway for all of those reasons that we were just talking about. Dude, Bryce Young, hey, he got an arm. He is a gifted young man, but he is just so small. I'm sorry. I'm going to keep saying that junk. Like, I ain't got no love for it, bro. You 5'10". 5'10", bro. Like, that is, it's not like, oh, you 6 feet, you 6'1". No, you are 5'10". Derrick Henry is like 6'3". Your running back, if he 5'10", he's small.
Yeah, that's a good point.
So it's just like, bruh, is it going to translate when everybody is just as good as you? Because Alabama can make a lot of people not look good. I'm taking, but for this draft, I'm taking Bryce Young. And then at 12, I'm taking whatever the next best lineman is available. And then at pick 33, I'm taking Bijan Robinson.
If he's there, and I don't blame him.
He going to be there because I don't think no running back's going to get drafted in the first round.
I mean, that's fair.
Yeah,
that's fair.
A lot of running backs out there right now.
Yeah, there's definitely a lot of good running backs right now. You know who my favorite is. I mean, I've said that all year. You already know my
boy from Alabama.
You already Mr. Man, that boy's bad. He's bad man. He's a bad man.
Man.
He's bad man.
I gotta take one of the quarterbacks. Whoever Carolina don't take, that's who Houston gotta take, because you gotta take a shot at it. Do not take a shot on Anthony Richardson.
Oh, do you feel? I do have to ask this because I don't think anybody disagrees with what you're saying right now. Does anybody feel like someone is going to be crazy enough to go ahead and take Anthony Richardson?
He needs to go somewhere that has an established quarterback.
I said, do you think anybody is going to be crazy enough? One of these two teams are crazy enough to pick Anthony Richardson 1 or 2.
I hope not. He's going in the top 10.
I think he probably is going in the top 10. I don't think he should. I feel like he needs to go to a team with an established quarterback already. I'm not saying that you can't take him in the first round. So maybe like a Minnesota, maybe, or even a Detroit, maybe somebody where he can go and sit behind somebody for like 2 years, because I guess he got the most upside. Because if you can make him better with his mechanics and his reads and stuff, the athleticism is just gonna take him to an extraordinary level. But that's if you can get all the other stuff.
That's fair. I agree with you. He definitely needs to go somewhere where at this point it's a luxury pick for them because they either A, have a really older quarterback, or B, they just got somebody that's a stopgap that he can sit and chill for a year or two. I think he needs to sit just like how Jordan Love been sitting this whole time for the Packers. So I don't know if he needs to sit that damn long because he's been sitting for like 4 years. It seems like he been. I feel like people that had whole careers and retired by the time this man got hit the field. But I agree. I don't think anybody is going to step up and be like, "Hey, let me go ahead and grab him before," because there's reports right now saying that the first 4 picks is going to be quarterbacks, which I completely disagree with. Completely. But if it happens as a someone who is not picking in the top 4, this is very good for all the teams that are below them. The Ravens, the Steelers, the Bengals, Detroit, everybody else is like, thank you, God. Now I get to possibly pick the guy I've been wanting this whole damn time. And that's good for me. So I agree with you, man. So first 2 picks is down. We'll address the rest of the draft later on. Next week, we're going to go with the number 3 pick, and so on and so forth, which is the Arizona Cardinals. And, we'll address that next week. So for right now, we're going to move it on. You have a question, Blair?
No, I'm good.
You good? Oh, okay. We're going to move on.
About to be like, he is taking. What's my man name? What's the white boy name?
Will Levis.
JJ McCarthy.
Will Evans.
JJ is still at Michigan, man.
JJ McCarthy. He coming out.
No way he's taking him.
We're going to move on.
Hold on.
So we got to talk about, so it was a question that I seen on the lines, and the question was posing, which player would have had the best career if they were healthy? And it was really 5 players, but I cut it down to 4 because the 5th player I don't really agree with like that. So the 4 players are Grant Hill, Brandon Roy, Penny Hardaway, or Derrick Rose. This is not an easy question to answer because all these dudes can hoop, like hoop, and injuries literally just killed their careers for the most part. So I wanted to start with Sean, since he's the older one of the crew, and see who is he gonna pick
today.
But out of those 4 dudes, Grant Hill, Brandon Roy, Anthony Penny Hardaway, and Derrick Rose, which one you feel like he would have been the man, and we've been talking about him forever and ever.
Forever, ever. Okay, so you just doing a rant. So
which one do you feel like would have been the best one? Period.
Oh, no. You said forever, ever. That's like legendary status. So that's now
that don't change. That don't change my answer.
It doesn't change my answer either.
It changed my answer. And originally I was thinking Grant Hill, but I would say this for D Rose. When D Rose was at his prime, in my opinion, his biggest strength into the damn bucket. In today's game, that shit ain't gonna work. So hold on. When I say that, he had to develop a 3-point shot. You know what I'm saying? So I would say, as far as him being a point guard, he would have to develop that 3-point shot or get moved to the shooting guard where he can still get off on the ball in ISO. So he would have to change his game up a lot compared to his MVP years. That's just a take. That's just a take. Y'all can disagree or agree. I would
Yeah,
say
he
this,
said it.
huh?
So yeah, he said it.
Oh
Oh,
yeah. But Penny at the time, Penny didn't have a real good 3-point shot. I would say that Penny did not have a 3-point shot in his prime. Well, if you could say he made it to his prime, that's the only knock I could say on Penny. Brandon Roy, you will see that he had it all, but he just didn't have that superstar power. You get what I'm saying? Like you would not see a pair of Brandon Roy's on everybody's shoes, like feet. You know what I'm saying? For a superstardom like that. And reason why I say that is because of Portland. Even if you want to disagree and say, hey, well, Dame Dollar's a superstar, but is he that legendary that Chris was just mentioning? Would he be legendary? I don't. Legendary is like top 10 of all time to me. Legendary. Like, is he the best top 2 in his position of all time? Now, Grant Hill. Grant Hill was like on Mike's heels, man, when he was in the league. Grant had the kicks. Grant had the badass wife and still do. Grant was very well spoken, very well mannered, come from good stock. You know what I'm saying? He know how to invest his money. Yeah, Grant all the you want him to marry your daughter type guy. You know what I'm saying? On and off the court, he was that dude. But my pick would be Penny Hardaway. And the reason I say Penny is because at that time he has a superstar in Shaq. He had shooters in D. Scott and Nick Anderson. And he had that superstardom. He already had the shoes. He had the commercials. He was kicking with Spike. I don't know if y'all was too young to see these commercials, but he was that guy. Yeah, he was that guy. Like how we welcome LeBron would be a witness. Penny was like, what's up, little Penny? Chilling. Whatever. All that good shit. He had that superstardom. So legendary. If he would have developed a 3-point shot, which he could have, with those guys shooting and Scott Skiles and all those boys, I think he would have probably been the best out of that four. It's a very, very hard list. Oh, you mentioned T-Mac too, didn't you?
Nah, I cut him off because he actually played more years. I don't think so. Yeah, he in the Hall of Fame. But
he in the Hall of Fame. So
yeah.
I feel you on that.
Yep.
I took him off.
I would go with Penny, but it's really hard for me between Penny, man. Brandon Roy is a bad motherfucker, man. Man, but when you say legend, man,
I'm glad you said that.
I'm glad you said that because I'm going with Brandon Roy, dog. Listen, man. This dude, Brandon Roy, was it, bro. Like, and D Rose, I agree. You know, he probably would have developed a jumper, but his first step was so crazy. As long as he had that first step, man, that shit wouldn't have mattered. He would have made so many more Goran Dragic posters. It would have been crazy. But you already know how I feel. And it's hard to win when your best player is a point guard. So I feel like that might have dragged him down a little bit. I like Grant Hill. Grant Hill was kind of like, I see a lot of people like to call him LeBron before LeBron. I can kind of see that. You know what I'm saying? Penny, I feel like Penny was nasty. You know what I'm saying? But would he have been super successful without Shaq? I don't know. This dude, Brandon Roy, was a killer, bruh. Like, a killer. You talking about at the bucket, mid-range, had the stroke from 3, and Kobe came out and was like, bruh, this nigga Brandon Roy is like, this nigga different. He just got bad knees.
He said he had
and
everything.
I'm like, bruh, he is doing all of this on bad knees already. Like everybody else got hurt. His knees was already
he started off with terrible knees. Yeah.
His knees was already bad. So just imagine if he had 85% knees. He probably came to the league with 70%. Imagine if he would have had 85 or 90% of, man, you talking about somebody would have came to Portland to play with Buddy. And he wasn't scared to guard nobody either. I feel like I gotta go with Brandon Roy, bro. I just feel like he was the biggest killer. Like he had like that mentality, like, hey, I'm the 2 guard. Hey, I come here to drop a nigga every night. You ain't gonna be like we lost because of Brandon Roy. He was doing that shit. It was just, it's sad how all these guys, you wish you could have saw all these guys pan out. But yeah, I feel like, but Brandon Roy, man, I feel like he was gonna be something different, bro. Like,
I feel like he's the one you got the least amount of time with.
Yes, that is true.
But
that is true.
It was like, bro, for me, it was between him and Derrick Rose. Just because Derrick Rose was so good, so fast, but it was like you could see it coming from Memphis. Like, hey, this kid is gonna be something special. And he was. You talking about in the height of LeBron? You know what I'm saying? But man, this dude Brandon Roy, he was the perfect size too. He was like 6'8", 6'7". Man, that dude could have been. He'd have at least been better than D Wade. So you talking about maybe number 3, because it's hard to top Jordan and Kobe at shooting guard. But right behind them, I feel like you might have been like Brandon Roy. Brandon Roy could have won. D Wade got what, 3 ships? Brandon Roy would have got 1 ship. I might have took him over D Wade because I know he was busting ass.
He did it in Portland.
Man, what?
Hold on, Chris. Before you go, I do want to say a fun fact. Shaq said Penny was better than motherfucking Kobe.
Kobe. Yeah, he did say that.
I'm just
saying. He did say that. He said Penny came into the league already ready. He said Kobe had to get groomed. But he said Penny was already ready. But I feel like
top 3, top 5 at least.
All I'm saying is they were saying Nick Anderson was ready too because he was playing with Shaq. Shit.
Yeah.
All I'm saying.
All right, Chris.
I know Kobe said about Brandon Roy that Brandon Roy got everything.
Yes,
everything you want, he got it. You want the mid-range, he got it. You want the 3-point, he got it. You want the turnaround fadeaway, you want the jab step, you want the step back, he said he got everything in his bag, bro. Everything in his bag. He didn't say, oh, nah, he good. He said he got everything. Everything you want, he got it. That dude right there, he different. He different from the rest of the dudes I'll be playing. That was, bruh. He was a bad boy. It's only really for me. And see, when I hear you, Sean, when you say Shaq said this about Penny. Shaq is the only one I've ever heard say anything about Penny. And when you go back and you look at them Penny highlights, that shit is amazing. I'm not going to front on you. That shit's amazing. You still don't see dudes doing stuff that he was doing back then today.
Said about Penny. Hold, I'm going to send this to your phone.
Send it to my phone. But all I'm going to say
you want to see something talk about Penny, I got you.
Please do. Send it to my phone.
I got the facts.
What I'm going to say is the dudes that I know that was like, man, if he hadn't got hurt, but, you know, my guy, I gotta go. And it was down. I was just like Darius. It was two dudes. It was Brandon Roy or Derrick Rose. Listen, man, Derrick Rose is amazing. Derrick Rose was unguardable. I don't give a fuck what any of y'all niggas say. Derrick Rose was unstoppable. This nigga came into the league banging on cats, bruh. Just flat out, boom. And you want to talk about marketability, Sean? Derrick Rose already had his signature too, and still got it today. Yeah. Derrick Rose was the man. He won an MVP over everybody. He won that year. He won the MVP. He was first team All NBA. He was only a 3-time All-Star, y'all, and then he tore his ACL, and he came back, tore it again. He was done, but yet, and still throughout his career with the bad knees, he still had a chance. He still was averaging 15, 17, 16, 18. He had 3 years when he averaged over 18 points a game in the latter part of his career after the knee injuries. Just think if he didn't have the knee injuries, man. He was averaging 20. What he was averaging? 25 and 7. Bruh. Come on, bruh. What did Penny do in New York? What you trying to say? That's what I'm saying. This dude is, and he's still in the league, bro. This dude, Derrick Rose, was amazing, bro. They couldn't stop. That first step was so fast. Niggas would just be looking at this
explosive with your first step. Your knees can't even take it, bro. Like, god damn. The fuck? Bro,
the bounce, man. The bounce when you just
crazy.
You just take off on a nigga like, yeah. Like, what are you doing? Hey,
this nigga dunking on Dragic was iconic, bro. Like, he literally crowned this nigga. Like, I put that shit up on a poster in my room right now.
Facts. I don't know who y'all gonna pick. Brianna, I don't know who you gonna pick or who you got, but I got D Rose. Who you got?
Not a bad pick.
Brianna got Kevin Durant.
I also have Derrick Rose, and it's only because I didn't get to watch the other guys. Like, I didn't watch basketball back then, so I don't know the stats. I don't know anything, so I'm gonna go with Derrick because that's who I saw.
I feel
that's not a bad pick,
and I respect that. I respect that. Blair, who you got?
I would have to go Brandon Roy, probably.
I
like Derrick Rose, but I've always I thought Brandon Roy was that dude. He just didn't have kneecaps, man. I always thought it was amazing he lasted as long as he did with no knees because he had no cartilage on his knees from when he came in. That's the part that's so crazy. It's like, it's not like he had a little bit to start off. He ain't had none. He still was playing basketball. That's how you know he like basketball. He really loved basketball.
Nigga straight rubbing bone.
Bone on bone, man.
Out here killing niggas, bro. Killing niggas. Like, you know it's real when Kobe be like, Kobe done said, this nigga Brandon Roy got the whole bag and he couldn't figure him out. And he said the same shit about KD. I'm like, bro, I could, because he was like, at first, damn, he knew he could push KD left. He was like, after that, once he got that shit straight, it was over with. Bro, this nigga Brandon Roy was fucking amazing, bro. That dude was amazing. I just felt like, and he came up in an era of good shooting guards. You know what I'm saying? Like, Rip Hamilton's in that time and all of that stuff. Man, he was holding his own.
Bruh. We only got to see him really 4 years for Brandon Roy.
That Brandon Roy, LaMarcus Aldridge combo on 2K was crazy, bro. On live in 2K was nuts.
Yes.
That was crazy. That was when I was in college. Oh, them boys want me a lot of money, bought a lot of pizza, and a bunch of other stuff.
Portland was super good. They were, Brandon Roy was that dude.
He was averaging what? He was averaging 22 and 5. He was averaging 22,
Easy.
5 points,
That jump was
1
easy.
steal, 4 rebounds. Because at that time, the guards wasn't going in there to get no rebounds, bro. And he had LaMarcus Aldridge back there. So you're like, he got it. He going to toss that bitch to me, and I'm about to go and do some work real quick. And he would hit the game winners. He had, bro, I understand. That's why I said it was only down to those two for me. Because I remember Brandon Roy, and I remember Kobe saying, like, hey, he got everything. Whatever you want, he got it. He can give you any way, how you want it. How do you want it? He can give it to you that way. That dude is stupid, bro. And he played defense. So, I mean, how do y'all feel? How do y'all feel? Who do y'all got? Who do y'all feel would be the best if they had got to play out their career, and instead of we getting robbed by the injuries that they had in their lives and their careers? But that's going to wrap it up this week, y'all. Thank y'all for watching. Continue to like, share, and subscribe to the channel. Comment, share this video, y'all. Share the videos. Let people know that we out here. Till next time, deuce.
Peace.
Peace.
Word to your mother.